I'm dangerous. Demons and angels hang with us. Treat it like a phone, baby, hang it up. Throw your side up, go and bang it up. Don't fuck with me, no, I'm dangerous. I'm from where they hang more. Throw your side up, go and bang it up. Throw your side up, go and bang it up.
Don't gang bang, let this shit get dangerous. I'm from the west side, no not to play with us. Yeah, you thinking that it's sweet, it's not okay with us. Right now I'm in the A, we got the K with us. All my jeans heavy and they bright as fuck. She only gave me head cause she don't like the fuck. So much going on, I feel like I'm a biker, but I've been missing you, but you don't call my line no more. And I swear I get all up in my feelings when you're not around. Yeah, I get.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Off the Bat. I am your host, FA Picks. I'm joined by my co-host, BBB Alpha Dog Bets. Guys, happy Thursday, 4/21. How we doing today?
Boys, big day today. Awesome slate of baseball. Love when we have a good day slate to get us through and take us into the NBA playoffs. So good day of sports coming up. BBB, another different background for you. How we doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to do my best slam impersonation where I just travel the world right now. So that's where I'm at.
I love it. Hefe, how are you today, my friend?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Today is a big travel day for MLB. We got a bunch of day games and only a few night games. But you know what? I like it like that, honestly. Splits up the sports. MLB during the day, NBA playoffs at night. Kind of really makes the day go by fast. We got about 4 games that are going to start in a little over an hour here. So let's get into it. But before we do, make sure you guys follow us on Twitter, ATS Spot right there. Retweet, follow, comment in the chat, guys. We got a bunch of day games we're going to go over. But let's start with yesterday, man. A bunch of games happened yesterday. I don't know why. I feel like yesterday the NBA was definitely the bigger story than the MLB.
It was.
Just because the games yesterday in the NBA were phenomenal. But let's go over some of the MLB games. Anything that stood out to you, BB? Anything?
Yesterday's MLB?
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday, not a bad day. I had the Cardinals money line as a dog, so that was a good little start to the day, I guess, for me. I also had the Guardians first 5. That was a sweat one. You know, we had to sweat it out. I didn't know if they were going to pull it through when they were up 10-0 in the top of the 5th. So we got that one. And then I had Phillies money line as well. And then my only loss, I believe, was the Red Sox money line because that's just the Red Sox typical Boston move to just go ahead and screw me there.
Yep. What stuck out to me the most, guys, is the Orioles. I mean, the games just keep going under. And it played out perfectly. It was a 1-0 game. You can't get an easier under than that. And, boys, big news, the Orioles play yet again today. So more to come on them.
Oh, for sure. Vegas is catching up to us, though. I'll give a little peek at that. The line is at 7 today, the overall.
I know.
So,
but at plus money, it's plussed out. So I mean, yesterday we got one run. I mean, I'll let it out early. I'm riding the train until it's broken. So
me 100% too. That's what stood out yesterday to me. Also, I'm just like BB. I'm pissed at the Red Sox. I thought it was a perfect storm for them to win yesterday. We'll see what they got in us today. But let's go. What do we got, man, in the back? We got a lot of games to go over. Let's start with the Giants and the Mets. It's Carrasco. It's DeScalfini. Is that who's going for them?
Yes.
Yep. DeScalfini. Alpha. What do we think?
Well, we got Carrasco and DeScalfini. One thing I like to point out about Carrasco is I believe statistically he is the worst first-inning pitcher against NRFI. So for all you Nerfy fans out there, stay away game in the Mets here. Carrasco tends to get hit in the first more than anybody. But, guys, I lean the Mets in this spot. It's not an official play, but at home, Carrasco's been pitching very well this year. He only has a .84 ERA. You get the money line at a -135. Not an official play yet. May still add it by first pitch, though. But I definitely lean on the Mets money line here. BBB, what you looking at?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you here. I think Mets first 5 is kind of the lean here. Maybe Giants full game, which is kind of a weird spot, to be honest. So no official play for me. I think that the Mets lost their first 5 money line in like the entire year. So it's similar to the Orioles one, the under. It was a train I was riding, but the wheels officially fell off. So it's a tough one. I think it's just a layoff spot for me. Carrasco, I feel like, is due for one of those first innings that you talked about where he just gets absolutely lit up. So I'm just going to lay off this one personally.
He's looked good. He's looked good so far. Hefe, what are you thinking? Before I get into some chat comments, because we have some awesome love in the chat I want to go over.
Yeah, I was actually just going to get to the chat comments. I'm off this game. I don't know. These two teams are great. The Mets are surprising me, and they can win any game that they play in these days. So I'm going to stay away from this because I think these two teams match up really well. I'll go with the chat. I was just about to do it. Mexican Jew, what's up? He's saying Giants money line today. Josh Wells saying best crew ever. Thank you, Josh. King Poppy Sosa's here. What's up, my guy? Mexican Jew saying Mike Mikola Cy Young. I mean, Nicholas. He's he's fishing pretty damn good. And then it's just our buddy in the back, Slam the Bookie, just spamming the chat. So we're not going to read any of his comments. He is not worthy.
Guys,
yes. Continue.
One quick thing I want to add on this one. If you look at how the Giants lineup today has done against Carrasco, they have done horribly. They have 3 hits all combined against Carrasco. Yastrzemski's 0 for 2. Belt is 0 for 5. Peterson's 1 for 3. Crawford is 1 for 11. Flores is 0 for 3. And Kurt Casale is 1 for 7. So they've had absolutely no success hitting Carrasco in their career.
And those are the stats that you need. That great stuff, man. What am I going to say to that? Shackle DXTC says y'all definitely the best. Thank you, my brother. Coach Huss saying kind of like the over 8.5 and Mets Giants. Anything from you there?
Opposite. I lean the under with how we've seen how Carrasco has done against this specific lineup. Travel day today, guys. We see a lot of funky games on these last games of the series. Watch out for teams avoiding the sweep. Watch out teams going for the sweep. A lot of interesting stuff today. So stay with us. We have all the information y'all need.
What do we got next? White Sox, Guardians. I made the mistake of having the Nerfy in this one. I should have known that after 2 days of continuous putting it off, that somebody would score. But you know what? I am a little bit angry because they would score 1 run in the first. They didn't even need it. They didn't even need it because they scored 10 in the second.
Yep. And then there was only 1 run the rest of the game. So I had full game under. I got hosed in this one. The pitching matchup was great the entire game after the second inning. So if you had the early action on that one, you kind of got killed. But the Guardians' bats have been unbelievable. They didn't even have Quan in the lineup yesterday, and they've been absolutely raking.
Guys, I did not mention this is C's versus Plesac today in Cleveland. Another pretty solid matchup. And this one's for you, Coach Huss, who just called me out on my NRFI yesterday. I am once again back right here asking for your financial assistance in backing another Nerfy in this matchup. We're taking it right here at minus 130 odds. I will see you at 1:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with a cash ticket.
Okay. I like it. I enjoy pain, guys, so I'm taking another under here. Yesterday's was absolutely brutal because after the second inning, like I said, it played out exactly how we anticipated. But I think we get a better start here. Cease is a good starter. Plesac is a good starter, which means they come out of the gate pitching pretty well. They're not slow starters when they start. So give me the under 8, minus 120. One of my favorite plays today. BBB. What you like?
Yeah, last game we kind of hit it out of the park with the first 5 there. I was definitely a Keuchel fade, but I was not expecting 10 runs. I believe there was 8 straight hits. I think it was Keuchel. I mean, I knew it was coming. I knew the implosion. They hit lefties pretty well. It was all due. It all lined up pretty well, but no one can say they thought there was going to be 8 straight hits, 10 runs in that one. But today I'm on the opposite side. I like Cease in this matchup. I think that I like to back teams, which sounds crazy, but I like to back teams after they get absolutely smacked.
Absolutely.
A lot of them will come back out and fire out. They did have a doubleheader, which sucks. You have to come back out and play another game right after you just got absolutely demolished. I don't think the morale is able to be picked up that quickly, but I do think, you sleep on it. You're like, look, we just lost 2 straight. We got to avoid the sweep here. We don't. So I think they come out and I think they get it done. I think Cease pitches a good game. I think the bats wake up. The bats were definitely sleeping yesterday. I think that the White Sox can get it done here. I've seen some sharp money coming in on them as well. So I like that for this game.
Love it.
All right. What do we got?
Man in the bag.
Yanks, Tigers. What is it? Pineda, that's going for the Tigers. Who's going for the Yanks today?
Monty.
Jordan Montgomery. This is Pineda's first start of the year. Montgomery in his first start, he went eight deep, 3 earned runs.
Third start. His first start's when he fell off the mound in the first one. He got hit with a line drive. He was able to battle back against the Red Sox for a couple innings. We only got a couple out of him. But Jordan Montgomery is the king of pitching to 2 runs throughout the course of a game, and the New York Yankees do not hit for him. He's the one guy in the Yankees rotation. It seems like every team has the one guy that always pitches a good game, and they don't ever hit for him. The Yankees guy is Jordan Montgomery, and for that reason, I'm taking the under. Jomo pitches some great games, and the bats never seem to get going. Also, the Yankees are looking for a sweep here. It's a little hesitant taking the Yankees on a sweep. The Tigers could pull this last one of the 3-game series at home. Give me the under 8.5. Actually, my favorite play of the day here. I think we see this one stay pretty low. Yankees going up against their former teammate in Michael Pineda. Pineda pitches well against the Yanks. Give me the under.
BB?
This is no play for me. Like you said, the Yankees going for the sweep here. They've been kind of fortunate in a couple of these games. I'm surprised they haven't dropped one yet. It's a tricky game here. I think if the line was a little steeper, maybe I'd take the Tigers here, but the line is a little too low. The books are giving a little bit more respect to the Tigers on this one, and I think the line's about right. I think if it was a little higher, I'd pull the trigger on it, but this is a no play for me. I think the Yankees, maybe they pull out another, 2-run, 1 out, or 1 foot pop-up fly base hit there that somehow scores 72 runs. That's just the way the Yankees have been playing against us in this series. So this is a no play for me.
And the Yankees are also using some bench guys today because it's a travel day, last game of the series. You'll see guys like Jose Trevino behind the plate and Marwin Gonzalez playing at third today. So a couple bench guys are in the lineup.
Yeah, I'll make this really quick, guys. Stay away game for me. Yankees going for a sweep. This has disaster written all over it. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do get the win. I just can't.
Absolutely.
I can't back them, especially. And I said this to BBB off air. I ask myself this question every time I look at a day game. Would I still take this if this game was at 7:00? and if the answer is no, this is advice for anybody. If you're only taking a game because it's at 1:00, please don't do it. Please. Just think to yourself, no matter what time this game is, would I still take this play? And for me, the answer to this for that is no on the Yankees. So I'm off of them.
I like this style. Respect it.
What do we got?
Man in the back.
Jays Sox. We were talking about this earlier. I was really, really certain on the Red Sox yesterday. To be totally honest with you, I did a 5-team parlay, and the Sox were the freaking team that crushed it for me. I hit the 2 NBA games, I had a hockey game, and I hit the Angels money line. It was Angels money line, Golden Knights money line, Celtics money line, and why am I blanking out on the other NBA game? Raptors first quarter money line. And the freaking Red Sox ruined it for me, man. And it was like plus 1,100 on a $20 bet. Freaking Red Sox. You know what sucks? They score 1-0. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to put on the Raptors now. I'm not going to look. And then I was so pissed to see the Jays score 5 runs in the next inning. Oh, it was over.
That was brutal.
Anyway, guys, today we have the Gas Man. I'm going to keep calling him Gas Man because that's what I like. And I think I've built my credibility. We got Gas Man going for the Jays. And we got, I don't know how to say this one.
Tanner Houck.
Houck going for the Sox. Houck pretty solid on the year so far. It's a Red Sox play, but I got PTSD from yesterday. I'm laying off. This game. I got PTSD. BBB.
Go ahead, Alpha. Go ahead, Alpha.
All right. Yeah, I love this play, guys. I am all over the Blue Jays. Tanner Houck has gotten so lucky this year with getting out of a few situations where they've bailed him out by bringing in another pitcher to finish the inning. He has 8 hits allowed and 6 walks to 7 strikeouts. So he has 14 hits and walks compared to his 7 strikeouts. He has a 3 ERA, and he has not been able to find his spot all year long. The Yankees hit him up pretty good. A couple games I've watched, he's getting drilled. Just gotten some lucky defense behind him, and they've run other pitchers to clean up after him. I think the Blue Jays are going to absolutely rake here. Give me the Blue Jays on the money line at minus 115.
Yeah, kind of to build off of Alpha's point there. I like a player prop here. This is we're starting to get to the point where we can start put out some player props. We kind of see how players are doing a little bit more, some matchups. And I'm going with the Gas Man here, man. I like his strikeouts over. It's at 5.5 at -140, I believe, at some places, -135. If your book doesn't have that, it has 6.5. I like that as well. I think he gets about 7 or 8 here. His velocity's been up. He's been looking pretty good, and historically he does really well against this Red Sox team. Xander Bogaerts and like 40 plate attempts. He's got like 6 Ks against Jackie Bradley Jr., 7 Ks, 8 Ks against Shaw. Like a lot of these guys, he's got 8, 9, 10 Ks against them, and only about 30 plate attempts. So. Do they strike out a lot against him? He's not afraid to throw it over the plate. He's not afraid to try to get you to whiff, and I think he does that again today. So,
I like
especially with the wind blowing out today, I think he's not going to be pitching to contact as much. I think he looks to get a few more swing and misses in this one. So, I like that one as my first player prop there.
I like it, guys. Quickly over to the comments. Coach Huss is saying NRFI for Jays Sox. Hefe as our NRFI guy. What you think?
I don't trust the Red Sox pitcher.
Yeah.
I don't trust it. I think Gasman gets out of the first inning, but I don't trust it, especially with how small Fenway is, man. You hit one ball, even
wind's blown out too. Wind's blown to left field
remotely hard. It's so easy to score out there. I would lay off the Nerfy in this one.
Here's one thing to add to that. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will get up in Fenway Park with a chance to hit it over the short wall. So
he hits very well at Fenway Park too. I think his home run prop is not a bad look. The home run props are kind of tricky because it is kind of like hit or miss. Professionals hitting a baseball, they're lucky. You hit 300 and you're doing amazing in the MLB. So to predict when they're going to hit a home run is pretty tough. But I think he's got some value there.
True that. What do we got?
Right, what do we got? Twins Royals, guys. It's Greinke on the mound for the Royals. It's Ryan on the mound for the Twins. Minnesota is the favorite here. Guys, but I believe, Minnesota has lost both of these games to start the series. I'm on the Twins here. I'm really on the Twins here. I actually think that I don't really understand that. I think Greinke starting for the Royals, then being such a dog. I could see some people being on the Royals side, but I'm rolling with the Twins to end the Royals' home winning streak here. They've won 3 in a row. I think the Twins get it done today, and one of my favorite bets here, actually. BB?
Yeah, I agree. I'm on the Twins as well. This is one of my favorite spots. Also, I think that the bats for the Twins have been a little quiet, but I think they can wake up here against Greinke. Greinke's kind of hit or miss, so I think this may be one of those miss days. I think this is a good opportunity for the Twins to get their bats back up, and I like them at this price. Alpha,
I like it. I have no action on this one, guys. Not going to give out a lean or take up anyone's time. I have not dug into this one, so no action from me.
All right, next. I will start this one as this is my baby. Guys, if you don't know, the Orioles have not hit an over yet this year. They are 11-0-1 on the under. So in 12 games, they have hit the under 11 times and pushed once, including we've been on this for 2 days straight, and today I am still on the train. Vegas is catching up, as I said earlier in the show. The line today over under is at 7. It was about 8.5 for the last couple games. I don't care. Scared money ain't never made no money. Orioles, A's, under 7 is my play here. I know Alpha's already on it. It's one of my favorite plays of the day. I will ride it until the train falls off. And honestly, whenever that is that it happens, I'm cool with it because they made me so much money already.
Yep. I think this is the 5th one I'm taking in a row. The Orioles, like Hefe said perfectly, 11-0-1 to the under. If you've bet the under, you haven't lost any money doing it all year long. We're going to continue riding the train. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I feel like we say that every day on this show right now. And we're continuing to ride under 7 in this game at plus 100. Yet again, like I said, 11-0-1. I like those odds. I'm playing this until the wheels fall off. BBB.
Yeah, agreed. I think it's just an auto bet. There's not much you can really get into it with this. It's one of those things. It's like when the Cardinals ripped off that insane win streak last year. It didn't matter who they were playing, what it was. You just auto bet it. And until the wheels fall off, you just got to keep going with it. So eventually 100%. It will, but until it does, we're going to keep riding.
And then you take a look at yesterday's game. I mean, it finished 1-0. You can't get a lower score in a final baseball game.
Joke. It's a freaking joke. Something, guys, just because of this. Did you guys see the attendance at last night's A's game?
Like 3,000.
It was 3,000 and change people. That's how many people are on the train to the Yankee game. You know what I mean? Like
already.
That's how many people are at the bar called Billy's before the Yankee game starts.
Well, you know why? We say this all the time. The Athletics they're the modern day Cleveland Indians from the movie Major League. The owner is getting rid of all the assets. She wants the attendance to be very low, so it's easier to move the team out of the city. They say it every single day with them. They don't want to win. If you play good for the Athletics, you're getting traded.
Well, you know what I was thinking is, at what point did they just start giving out free food from the vendors? Because the food's there, right? You can't uncook the hot dogs. So the hot dogs are there. Like, if there's 3,000 people, it's basically a free-for-all. The buffet should be open to everybody, is what I'm saying. If they even have, like, a buffet in that stadium.
You get to walk in for $4 and sit in the front row behind home plate with nobody around you. It's unbelievable.
First of all, yeah, that's another great point. If I'm in that stadium, I'm buying the cheapest seat. I'm just walking right down to right behind.
Did you guys see? Did you guys see last year the Diamondbacks? They had a similar situation, and they put a big old announcement and everything, and they're like, don't sit in a seat that's not your seat. And they're like, bro, there's 12 people here.
Yeah, there's people down there that are guarding and checking tickets. If you buy in the top, they're not letting you down there because that's what they are in Oakland right now. But let's keep it moving on, guys. People just want our picks. They don't care about our opinion on the Oakland A's.
Of course they do. Last game on the slate today. Well, on our slate today, either way. Cardinals, Marlins. The Cards get it done last night. I believe they won.
Yes, they did.
They did. Miami, and this will be for the series sweep. We got Hicks. We got Lopez. Solid pitching matchup. I don't have an official play on this game. I will let you go first, BBB. I'll just say that anytime in this situation, I lean in the team that's trying to avoid the sweep.
I agree. That's why I'm going with the first 5 on this one. Jordan Hicks is an insane talent. The guy has incredible velocity. The guy throws upwards of 103. He's got filthy off speed. I mean, this guy, if you haven't seen him, go look up just like some Jordan Hicks highlights. This guy's insane. He's been a closer in the past for them. He's always been working towards possibly being a starter. And this year, that's the plan. This is his first actual start. He's done a couple I wouldn't call it like rehab starts, but just kind of like introduction to starts where he comes in second, third inning, just to get the feel of it. And this is his first actual start. But I think I think he may have like a pitch limit because he's still getting ramped up to it. But it's probably 4 innings if he can get a nice one on it. But I love this. We're getting it at plus money. He's got a 0 ERA. He's insane. He's been filthy. I mean, just go look up some stuff.
I will. I'm gonna hit YouTube right after this. I swear. Anything from you, Alpha?
I can't believe you just said you're going to hit YouTube to look up this guy's highlights after this. Nobody believes you in the chat. BBB doesn't believe you either. Guys, last night's game was insane between the Cardinals Marlins. Nobody scored to the 9th inning, and the Cardinals finally broke it open in the top of the 9th. I had that one. It was extremely frustrating watching. They had so many opportunities, but they got it done. The Cardinals continue to get it done. In this spot, though, however, I do like the under 7.5. Both pitchers have an outstanding ERA. Lopez has a 0.87. Hicks has a 0 ERA, and both teams' bats are quiet. The Marlins didn't even get a run yesterday. I expect the bats to stay quiet. Travel day. This one stays low. They want to get this series over with. So under 7.5 is my play on this one.
Very good. Very good.
I will say also,
shout out
the Cardinals.
In the chat, he is a fellow Cardinal fan with BBB. He's saying Cardinals reverse super run line. Hicks is going to throw a perfect game. So BBB, I thought you'd want to hear that info from your fellow Cardinals fan in Mexican Jew.
I love it. I don't know if he goes past 4 innings because his pitch limit, but yeah, it's always possible.
Yeah, Coach Haas said it perfectly. The books are catching on to our unders in the Orioles. They've moved it all the way down to 7. But, Coach, we saw yesterday only a 1-run game. It still leaves us room for 6 more. We're still playing it.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, before we get into best bets, let's give a shout out to our friends over at Pickett who sponsor our Bad Beats. If you don't know about Pickett is a social media betting app. There's a QR code right in front of you right there to find them on the App Store. They're on the App Store, guys. They're a social media betting app. You get on there with your buddies, create group chats, link your sportsbook, post your bet slips, get on there, talk shit to each other, share what you're on, talk about new bets, and they have this whole segment on there, this whole section for Bad Beats, where you can get on there, post all your bad beats. Everybody does it. There's a bad beat every day. I know there were a couple yesterday in the NBA. 2 that really stand out to me. I don't know if you guys following Chris Middleton and James Harden's points over, but those were the epitome of a bad beat. Middleton was at 20.5. He ended the game with 18 and actually exited the game with right knee soreness. Didn't end up coming back. James Harden was even worse. His points total was at 19.5. He had 19. He was at the line. He missed the free throw. The next play, fouls out. It just terrible beat. But guys, if you don't have the app, download it right now and use the code ATSSPOT, no spaces, ATSSPOT. And if you do that, you can win between $3 to $100 when you download the app as a first-time user. If you're on the app, follow us. We post free picks every single day. I actually just posted mine right before we did the segment, so I'm on there. Go find me. I'm sure Alpha BB will post theirs at some point today. There's a QR code right in front of you right now. If you put your phone up to that, it'll take you right to the app store so you can download the app. Yeah, that's if you don't have the app. And the code's right there too, ATS Spot. If you do have the app, go follow us right the F now, people.
Did you guys know that you have to open the camera to open that QR thingamajigger? These guys taught me that yesterday, so now I know how to do that. You open the camera, you do the thing, it takes you to the thing. It's fantastic. It's fantastic, boys. But y'all know what time it is, don't you?
Let's go.
All right, boys, let's get it. Best bets, Wade to LeBron. Baseball, basketball, combination best bets. First play of the day is Blue Jays money line at -115. Second best bet is that Cardinals Marlins under 7.5 at -105. And we're going with old reliable boys. Orioles Athletics under 7 at +100. FA, what you got?
I'll let BBB go.
All right. So I got 3 plays for you guys. We're going with the gas man with the Blue Jays pitcher. If you don't know who the gas man is, over 5.5 Ks at -135. I like it at 6.5 as well at plus money if you can't get 5.5. And then we were rocking with Cardinals first 5 money line. Another one we got plus money possibilities there. And then last but not least, we got the Twins money line to round things out for us.
All right, go over to the Hefster and let's get it. What we got, Hef?
I just remembered, side note, Miguel Cabrera, one shy of hitting 3,000 today, is in the lineup today for the Tigers against the Yankees. So watch out for that.
You only say that because you obviously are watching Sports Center.
Yeah.
And I have it on right now as well, and that's what they're talking about. So I'm not going to let you get away with, I just realized it's on TV. I saw it too.
Well, that's how I just realized it. Information is power, my friend. Anyway, we're rolling with the Twins money line, the O's A's under 7, and my third best bet is a game we didn't talk about. I'm taking the Mariners money line, guys. I'm straight up fading the Rangers, who are off to a 2-8 start to start the year. They've lost 5 in a row coming into tonight's game. And the Mariners have yet to lose a game when they are favorited this year. They're 3-0, and tonight they are the favorites once again against Texas. So I'm taking the Mariners money line. That's at -135 odds as my third best bet. Everybody, thank you once again for being here on Off the Bat. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. But look out for us in 4 hours on Off the Bounce. Another 3 playoff games tonight. And the NBA playoffs have just been amazing so far, honestly. There's storylines. The games are great, and boy, are there some storylines to talk about last night's games and, of course, tonight's game. So make sure to check us out in 4 hours on Off the Bounce. Until then, peace.